put up TikToks if it wants to cross. Since I did that video for Ecto Eric and was showing off, my version of Michael Myers. Been going through his box, making sure, I'm not missing pieces off my characters or whatever. Which I've already had to fix a few characters. I still gotta find little Chucky's hand. Maybe in one of my bags. Which is another video in itself. I don't even want to go through that box. Anyways, I've had this figure, as you can see it. I've had this figure since New Mexico. I bought him early 2000s. This is one of the original Neca figures. I've had him since I found him in Hastings. Do you remember Hastings? But yeah, you all have the ultimate version of him. This dude has been to, I want to say, about 3 moves. He is not scuffed up, is not broken. He's literally taken a heck of a beating, being moved from box to box and shelf to shelf and everything else. I've had him out, I've put him up, I've had him out, I've put him up. But this is the original RoboCop. No scuffed up paint. Nothing is damaged on him. I may probably missing a few pieces of him. I think it only came with 2 pieces when he originally came out. The gun wise, I still have somewhere. Don't ask me where. But still moves. Still posable. And surprisingly, still not loosened. He's not like, you think of an old figure like this, he'd be extremely loose. Like I said, I've had this figure for years. He still stands. He still poses. Now, he doesn't have everything you guys have, but I can't part with this figure. I can't just throw him away or replace him. He holds his gun. He stands. I don't see the point of replacing him. Now, the Alex Murphy I've thought about getting. And yes, I have thought about getting the Ultimate RoboCop because there's a couple of parts that I would rather have for him. Head sculpt wise, this figure just looks just better. That's why I've never replaced him. Literally. I mean, the only reason I replaced him and got him because I lost my original. It was in New Mexico. I had the original Hellraiser figures and had to get this to fill that spot. I will show you one figure that considering it's Nosferatu time, the movie just came out. If you guys are horror fans, you have to pick this figure up. I am hoping Neca brings out a remake version of him, but it's Nosferatu, it's the original vampire. If you have Dracula, I have him. You have to have him. It's a must have. But let me show you something. Now, when it comes to horror figures, yes, I'm kind of dabbling through my NECA collection because, like I said, trying to make sure I find parts that are maybe missing in the box. They're not missing, they're just buried in the box somewhere. But there's one horror figure that I am truly glad I found. Now, I do have the soldier version. With the 4 different, I think it was like 3 different head sculpts, dressed as a Nazi and stuff. I have it. I'm going to have to rewatch the movie because I have no clue when that supposedly took place. But he was part of the American Werewolf in London. I don't know when. But this beast is probably the coolest werewolf I have. Granted, all he comes with 2 head sculpts. That's it. That's all he comes with. But he is a beast of a figure. And I do believe He has a closed mouth and he has that face. How could you not pose it with this face? Now let me show you the Nazi guy. But yes, I have all my pieces. It's right underneath the freaking camera right now in a tote. Be right back. Which, yeah, I do have him. Again, I don't think I've fully watched American Wolf in London, so I'm going to have to watch it to find out when this was in the movie, because I've never seen American Wolf in London. I've seen like bits and pieces of it, but I don't remember this at all. If you guys do, tell me what part of the movie it's actually in, because I've never seen it. Now, werewolf comparison. Yes, this is a strange random video, but you know what? It's something. But compare that to this. Which, yes, I have the Universal Monsters. I have the entire collection except for Phantom of the Opera. It's the only figure that just kind of just did not fit for me. But which is more terrifying? I do believe it's not this one. May have been back in the day, but I think this is a lot more terrifying. I'd run from this than this. This is just a furry dude. But I love Neca. I really do. Neca is one of my favorite collectibles. I have a ton of them. Hence why I'm going through this box, trying to make sure I find everything. But him, I do believe by his hands is one of his bags. Yes, this is the original Ultimate Chucky. I don't care for this figure. I really don't. I hate Chucky. But when you have a horror collection, you have to have this character. Same with Freddy. Not a fan of Freddy. His movies are funny, not horror or scary. But you have to have him in your collection. It's just my kind of rule. But when it comes to little characters, when it comes to horror, there is one that I'm glad I picked up, and I love the freaking franchise. Well, the one movie, which is called Trick or Treat. Picking this dude up on secondary market right now, not cheap. But I have him. I have all his parts. He's one of my favorite characters when it comes to like little scary, creepy dudes. This dude's more creepy than freaking Chucky. Sorry. But I love my little Sam. He's freaking cool as shit. Now, if there is one figure in my whole collection when it comes to horror that I do want to replace, it's this one. The newer version of this looks way better, has better hand sculpts, and just all around looks better. This one still looks good, but for some reason it gave him these weird open hands. I don't know why. There was another one that was just holding a balloon by the tip, which is one of the things I was originally doing with him, but the little metal rod that's inside the balloon to hold it up to look like string, the covering, of course, started ripping off. So, it's the reason why I want to replace this dude. Otherwise, he looks amazing. He looks just like Bill Skarsgård when he played Pennywise in It Chapter 1 and 2. But that is my little run-in through my Neca, Mcfarlane, Masters Universe, whatever type box. Since, I had to show off to, Eric. I had to give Ecto some choices. I mean, come on now. But, where'd he go? Little bastard escaped. There we go. Found a little bastard. He tried to escape, but of course I busted him. But this is me and Alf saying, have a good Monday. Stay sinful.